Hi all, it's Papa MC. This is the first video I've ever done like this, but welcome to Papa MC Helps, a YouTube mini-series by myself designed to help you level up your planning game, design game, and much more, because none of the stuff has to be difficult. It seems difficult, but all the stuff can be made easy. So that's exactly what this series is designed to help you with. So I don't have it on this presentation, but every episode we will do a recap of using this presentation. But what we will cover in episode 1, which will be changed to recap of episode 1, and so we'll navigate the Spotify for Artists page right from the start if you're a beginner. I've got Spotify for Artists and Incognito tab, so I can show you the exact process. 404 Presents, which is a part of my label for Rhythm Not Found. The Bash, which is my event coming up in June, which I'll do a video on how I have planned the event. Album covers, because again, nothing has to be hard. And promotional cards, which is from the distributor, which we use DistroKid. So I can't show you how they're made, but the examples we'll do right at the end. So first things first, navigating Spotify for Artists page. So for beginners, we'll do this in the perspective of a beginner. Because let's face it, most of you guys are beginners watching this. So head to Spotify for Artists homepage. I don't have it on here, but log in. And then claim your page, which I'll show you how, if you haven't already. And then I'll show you a normal viewing the home page, viewing audience and music statistics, and you can view your upcoming songs and add canvases. None of this is hard. So first things first, if we get out of this presentation, and we head to my Incognito tab. If you want to head to spotify.artist.com and press Get Access. Now type in your email or sign up. So say, for instance, I signed up using Papa. I've hit the search tab, haven't I? I don't know. papamc.wave@gmail.com. Okay, never mind, it's already existing. papamc.wave@gmail.com. Now I need to go to my cellular phone, my mobile phone, head to my Gmail and find my codes. This part is pretty straightforward. You just head to your email and you'll get an email from Spotify if you're not logged in, and just type in the code. So for me, it is 755478, which won't work for you guys now because it's valid for 20 minutes. And now you'll be taken to this page, Get Access. So you're an artist or manager or a label team member, so hit artist or manager. Now I'm not 100% sure if mine will show up because I've already claimed, but hit continue and look at your details. Is this right? You'll use this login for Spotify for Artists. Next. Now this is straightforward. If you're already on Spotify, just head to your Spotify, which mine just needs to refresh again. Okay, good, we're still rolling. Head to your Spotify or type in your name. This is the easier way if you have a common name. Like, for instance, you use your first name or something, then that's most likely a common name. So, or the easiest way, hit the 3 dots, go to share, copy link to artist, head back to your Spotify for Artist, which you are claiming, paste your link in, and find your name. Now, it'll take you to a different thing. It will show you, you'll have to confirm that you're you, but since I'm already claimed, I can't reclaim. So don't try and claim to an artist that's already been claimed, because you can't. So that's step 1 and 2 complete. So you've headed to Spotify for Artists, you've logged in, and you've claimed your page. Now, The homepage for artist.spotify will not be this. So if you hit your name, it'll take you to your homepage, which is where you can see upcoming releases briefly and released releases briefly. And you can see a few things: fan studies, song pitch, change profile picture, add image gallery, link your socials, artist pick, which I'll show you as well. I haven't specified it, but I'll show you. Update bio, submit to playlist, and artist pick. And you can put your merch front and center with artist pick, but I don't do that. So first things first was, I believe, viewing the homepage, and next was statistics. Now you can look at two different types of statistics. The first being your music statistics, which if you specify to all time and hit done, you will see how many streams it has had since it has been uploaded or published or distributed to Spotify. And it shows you the release number, which for Raver is 295, and it shows you the single songs, which Raver 23, Vault 8, Grime 90, and Flux 174. For singles, it shows you the release, and it's the same number as the single. Sometimes they have way different numbers: 1734, 10 and 5. So that's music statistics. Now, if you head to the audience page, you get audience statistics. So you can see you have 18 monthly active listeners, which is 90% of your 20 monthly listeners, which appears here. Now, it says 19, but according to Spotify for Artists, it's 20. But it just appears down there. Oh, and this is what the profile picture is. Pretty straightforward. And there is also down here where you can see your bio, artist playlist. So you can do many things with Spotify for Artists. I might do a video just covering Spotify for Artists on Papa MC Helps. But you can also see release engagement. And you can change the thing. So say I go to Raver. Say I go to Raver. So of the 15 monthly listeners I had at the time, 11, which is 73.3. So again, statistics. In the recap, I'll add the stats in. Intentionally stream this release, which means they intended to listen, but you can specify to different things. And of course, we'll show you releases from the 9 months. So I can do this for anything like speaker abuse. So of your 20 monthly listeners, active monthly listeners, 14, which is 70%, intentionally stream this release. So these numbers are quite high. You can see location, which it shows you your top countries. New Zealand 90%, and the United Kingdom 75%. You can also see top cities. So in the last 28 days, Auckland and Wellington. And you can filter this, of course, to, you can only do it 28 times. Now that statistics out of the way, I'm going to show you how to view your upcomings and add canvases and explain what a canvas is. I'll do the video I do for Spotify for Artists in the future. I might do canvas as well, because again, nothing has to be difficult. So you head to the music tab here and go to upcoming. Now this is all on the website. There is an app called Spotify for Artists as well. Now it shows you releases, and if it's coming up soon, like in the next week, it will show you here how many days. So Chaz and Tuchel releases on April 20th. 404 Issues, April 30th. That's where you can manage the canvas, and if you don't have a pitch, you can add a pitch in here. And last but not least, adding your canvas. Now, a canvas, for example, I will use. I'll use the album. So all songs don't have to have the same. This has this one because when it was a single, we added the canvas in as a single, but you can also change it to anything, like the album cover or a little short video that relates to it. So basically what you do is you go to a release that doesn't have a canvas. So for instance, I'll use Night Circus, which is the one I'll do the canvas for in one of the next videos, and you just hit add canvas. Make sure you're selecting the right song. So I'll show you this. If you have multiple songs, actually I might show you on South because it has multiple songs. You'll see the names of all the songs and then hit add canvas. And then you just confirm it's yourself, confirm. And the rest of it is straightforward. It tells you all this, so like drop a file, the file requirements, which we'll explain more into, and it will show you a little preview. But I'll explain that all in a later video. So let's head back to the presentation real quick. And let's go back to the slide we just had before, 404 Presents. Now this is a bit of a talking one. So this is a bit of a talking one, but I'll show you the image we have for 404 Presents, which I believe is this one here. And we scroll down on the page and we will go to this photo. Now there's a bit of a talking and then I will explain the steps. I do have the steps on the presentation, but 404 Presents is a new feature for the label. If you're a solo artist, band, group or producer looking to spread your music, we're looking for you. So we'll load you up into 120 music streaming services. We'll include your album art, which I'll show you how to create, how we do it at least, or we can create for you, just ask. With up to 3 tracks for only $5, it's one of the best deals around. Because if you look at it this way, 3 songs, $5, 120 music streaming services, as opposed to like, I don't know, SoundCloud and YouTube, 120 music streaming services, 3 songs, $5. So for the price of an energy drink or a coffee, we can help you on your way. Just drop us a message and we'll get you started. So I'll show you the steps. So we go back to the presentation. There is going to be a lot going back to this presentation. I'm sorry. So step 1, contact 404 Rhythm Not Found, which is us. Step 2, have $5 ready. Simple. Step 3, have your MP3s or your .wav files for 3 tracks. Now what I mean by this is that it's the audio of the song saved as an MP3 or a .wav, and have a cover or ask us to help, and pick a release date. Now, release dates are fine. So I always do MP3, but you can do .wav depending on what .wav is recommended for higher quality. And for the cover, which is the next thing that I'm going to be covering, I believe. No, after the bash covers. So we'll show you how to do that and pick a release date. It is recommended at least two weeks in advance. So for instance, let me just plot my calendar on my phone. So I'm sorry you won't be able to see any of this, but it is of course fairly simple. So I'm going to say, for an example, maybe we were later on into the year, it was the month is August, and you contact 404 Rhythm Not Found on Monday the 3rd of August. Now I'm saying this because most of my releases are on a Monday. Maybe Tuesday the 4th of August. You can pick to release your song anytime after the 18th of August. So the 19th, the 20th, maybe even the 31st, or even sometime in September. It is really up to you. at least 2 weeks in advance. It gives us time to get it all sorted. So $5, 3 tracks, have your cover and pick your release date. Now, if we go back here, the bash. Now, I am so sorry to do this to you guys. Another presentation. So this is not publicly available, but if I go into my little thing here, this is the bash. These are the songs that are so far going to be included in the bash. And some of them have a story to tell. Some, which is the MC Vault, which I'll explain a bit more later. But so far, we're featuring tracks from Tim D. So if this wants to hurry up, yes, I'm going to show you every single one because it doesn't bother me, and covers that have never been released, and some have. So Papa's Bassheads presents the Extraordinary Drum and Bass Bash, which will be a YouTube live stream recorded with a better quality for YouTube. So the first thing you'll get is called I call this Lot 1. So this will be on the official bash as well, on the live mix, not the recorded mix. Death Run clip. It'll say track 1, and then every time the song changes, so will this, to London After 2 AM for track 2, Lightning for track 3. Some of these are remade, like this is a part of my YouTube album After Hours, so I made this cover for London After 2 AM. I also made this for Death Run. I remade this for Lightning because I couldn't find the original for the life of me. This was a part of my Reload Warning EP for YouTube, so I had to make one. Same with this one. This was just the EP cover for Reload Warning, which has no curfew. Bad Behaviour is also on that EP. And then you'll see here, after track 7, we head into Tim D Showcase, which is Final Boss, WTF, and Baseless. Now, these are all bash exclusive except Final Boss, which is out everywhere now. Speaker Damage Zone has speaker abuse, and it'll have track 12, which I have put on here, but the cover's all messed up. All your speakers belong to me. Also bash exclusive. I'm sorry about this cover. It will be fixed up by then. Bootleg Takeover. I have done a bit of deleting in here, hopefully. Track 13, Seven Nation Army bootleg. Krusty Krunk bootleg, which is a bootleg of SpongeBob. Nightmare Fuel, which is the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. Ordinary, straightforward, Alex Warren's Ordinary. Unholy, Sam Smith's Unholy. Sweet Caroline, one of the most known songs. Sandman, Enter Sandman by Metallica. And Beat It, Michael Jackson. And then we come here to open the vault. So I'm going to link this up so I can just press this, open the vault. So this is coming soon. And you'll see here it's called a collective. It's just a thing I'll do for some covers. So the MC Vault, this will be a link soon for the bash, and it has my artist name here. And each drew will have a track to the thing, but I'm going to change it around. And this is just a duplicate. So that is the bash. So we head back to the live stream because we are ready for a little bit more talking. And then we'll have our little album cover fun. So if we go back here, this is the last time I'll go back. So we've covered navigating Spotify for artists from the claiming page to the home page, from the navigating to the main page to claiming to viewing home page to statistics and viewing upcomings and adding your canvas. So we've done that. We've covered 404 presents from being in contact with us to having the money ready to having the MP3 or .wav files, 3 tracks, which we're about to cover how to create an album cover, or just ask us for help and then pick your release date. And we've just covered the bash, which I've shown you a few things of. So next step, album covers. Most people think, after a bit more talking, so the Extraordinary Drum and Bass Bash is a live stream event planned by Papa MC featuring tracks from Tim D and more to be confirmed. Now, there are more in the coming 21 days as of recording this, but I'll chuck it in the description how many days as of posting this. Probably posted on the same night, so 21 days-ish, or 20 days, or 50 days for the bash, 51 days for the bash. Now, most people think AI album covers are an issue. I agree to disagree. Now, what I mean by that is I don't fully rely on AI, and neither should you. You should not. None of you should focus on using ChatGPT for everything. But so think of a title and head to ChatGPT to type in the song name and ask for a prompt, but specify no text. Step 3, take that prompt to ImageFX, so copy and paste it, and then create. Step 3.5, I didn't put it in. Pick one of 4. And then step 4, head to Canva, which is what I'm on for the presentation, and specify album cover. Step 4.5, upload the cover. And step 5, add all the details, and you're done. So what I mean by that is if you're having a bit of trouble, head to ChatGPT and ask for a name. Now say I was going to do The Flowers in the Graveyard Are Dead. Now this is a ridiculously long name with 7 songs, but create a prompt for The Flower in the Graveyard Are Dead. No text. Chuck that in, and you will see here at the end of the prompt, no text. Copy this, head over to ImageFX, which is changing to Flow on the 30th, I believe. Yep. And go to here, paste in your prompt, create. Now I quite like this one here because as you can see there is a flower in front of the graveyard. So this is what I mean by you have to pick one of 4. Download. Head to the homepage of Canva, which is canva.com. It's safe to say we don't need the bash anymore. And we don't need Spotify open. We don't need any of the Facebooks open. Or Spotify for Artists. We don't need ChatGPT open anymore. And we don't need ImageFX. We only need Canva open now. Head to create. And as I have here, oh crap, I forgot I'm in editing mode. Specify album cover. So head to create album cover. Now there are multiple things you can do. Family album cover, animated, love, music, YouTube, country. But they're all the same measurement. Just hit the first one, album cover. Then close the home page. It's safe to say you don't need that anymore. Now there are templates here that you can already use. So hit the templates and you can. Some of them are alright. Some of them aren't too bad. Just need a bit of editing. And yeah, so you can say, for instance, you hit this and you just edit the details. This is not what I do often, but you can add like your artist name and just, I'll add the title, so you can smart crop that, but I'll add the title as, oh no, okay, it's all, so I just title it MC and you can change everything, but this is not what we do, so delete all this. So it's a blank canvas, and we'll paste in our ImageFX. Now we want to drag it out a bit, and you'll see why. So we just want to bring this all the way in, and you'll see it. Now, why do we do this? We didn't delete that. And why do we do this? Because if you double tap it, you can now drag this into the album cover, and you can centralize it so it's in the middle. Now, head to text. You can do something basic like subheading or something. Change the color to. If it's fun and happy, use gradient, or if it's like this, use a dark gradient, and just put the in the graveyard are dead. Move that, make it bigger, smaller, whatever you need. Now I just realized it's not going to work because of the dark gradient. So, for example, we use light gradient. And then go, this is what I use for Mock-Auto Glitch for the title or subheading, and intro rust G base 2 line. Now paste it in, make it a bit bigger. Added my name, Papa MC. Now you can do any color. If you've seen most of my album covers, you know I'll typically use gradient or pink, mainly pink. Drag it, make it a bit bigger, and bring it up to here. Now, if you have a label, which if you're doing this independently, I doubt you'd have a label, but you can upload the label logo here. And you can just drag it on easily so you don't have to keep pasting it, and you can change it around however you'd like. So you can style it so it's 90 degrees or something like that, and then you just go to share, download, specify this to JPEG or PNG are the best. And so let's just do a quick little recap. I know this isn't the next episode, and we'll do a recap of the next episode. So here's what we have covered in episode 1. Navigating the Spotify artist page from claiming to viewing. 404 presents how to get your music to 120 platforms, 3 tracks for only $5. The Bash, which is my event in June. Album covers. And last but not least, promotional cards or promo cards from DistroKid. So I can't show how they're made, but if you'll see here, if we go back to, you'll see here 7 out of 8. Now, a promotional card is basically, there's not much talking in this, but a promotional card is basically just, it showcases your album cover and a coming soon or new release. So, for instance, Papa, and I'll have more examples next time for other releases. These are the easiest ones I could find. So you'll see coming soon, distributed by the distributor DistroKid, and the 3 major platforms it's available on: Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. New release, album cover, available on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and DistroKid. So these are called promotional or promo cards. So if we go back to page 1. So this was Papa MC Helps. I hope this helped you in some sort of way. And in the next one, so I'm going to try and do this weekly. There might be some weeks I don't, but I'll try and do this weekly. But next time we'll cover visualizers, which, if you know me, I used to do visualizers only. So they're all available on this page. Yes, it has the website name, but I'll show you how to do it exactly. So basically what Papa MC Helps is going to be 5 things that we will cover. So I've done this. So on the next one, I'll cover visualizers, Canvas, which is done on the same website, but that's 2 different things. Uploading your Canvas fully on Spotify, uploading your visualizer to YouTube, and I'll think of one for next time that'll be handy to you. So again, I won't. Now that I am on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, I will not post visualizers often. It'll be a very rare occasion if I do, including I might do the drum bit, the MC Vault. But the bash will be live streamed on my main channel, and so that'll be exciting. And yes, this has been Papa MC Helps. Now, in one of the things, I might show you how to do a presentation, either like this one or the bash one, using Canva. But as you'll see, my unique style is gradient. So yeah, hopefully this has been of some help to you, and now you know how to get your Spotify for Artists working. It does take days. Make sure you get the name right. 404 Presents, the bash, album covers, and the promo cards. So without further ado, that is Papa MC out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Papa MC Helps. Now I'm off to do some planning for the next episode and the bash, of course. Alright, bye guys.